Yo, dude.
Yo,
How
what
you
up?
doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Pretty good.
I,
What
I
you been up
never
to?
know. I just never know when we're gonna go live. When the song's over, at the end of the song, I always forget how long it is or how short it is, I guess.
I needed time on that when I forgot to set up the Instagram, set up my lights.
Okay, is the Instagram live?
We're live. Crazy Lou 88 just joined NCAP trainer, like hands
Who?
down. Ollie, what up?
He loves the fucking podcast. He tried to say it first. It was dumb. I remember.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He just said we're like dumb.
See, Ollie is hooked on the car.
Why?
Any little thing, just fucking
It's not every little thing. It's just like things that, it's from the people that I have like this really high respect for.
Yeah.
And they just like, will piss on me and it just deflates you. What's new, dude? I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, man. Jeez. A lot.
A lot.
On here. Oh yeah, it's just been busy, dude.
You want to talk to me about it? What happened? Tell me about it.
You're just getting back from a trip.
Yeah, sneak peek. I just got back from
what? Where were you again?
The Bahamas.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know how they say it. I'm a Bohemian now, Been initiated into the Bahamas.
Ollie said he never said that.
See, now he's upset. Like he can't. I'm gonna get a text message like this whole serious thing of like, I'm sorry that I offended you, and I'll have to talk him off a cliff that it's not actually real.
Just for the show.
Doesn't focus. So Jose, you watching this, dude? It's a poker chip anyway. It says President's Club. Got 5 of them.
Damn.
Like a challenge coin.
What can you do with that?
Nothing. Sorry, Chad. He's sneezing and he didn't want to blow your ears out. How respectful.
Luke is sensitive and full of poop emoji.
Who said that?
Ollie.
Yeah, I'll see you at the gym tomorrow, buddy.
So we'll kick this. Go ahead.
No. What are you gonna say to kick what off?
I was gonna say before we kick this thing off.
Yeah.
Chat. Crazy Louie says, "Hey guys, today's a special live call-in show. We're doing a beanie giveaway for this vintage No Bounds CrossFit beanie with the America logo, hand stitched, really nice wool fabric.
If you don't have one, yeah, we're paying for the shipping.
Now, here's how it works. Yep, we'll ship it to you. You got to call this number. You got to chat with us. You can't just like call and hang up because you won't be credited. While you're live on the call, we'll spin the wheel. And if it lands on win, you get the giveaway. If it lands on lose, you have to call it another time.
That's a good way. Also, the call, you just don't call and shoot the shit. If it's like, you got to have a little bit of a conversation about, like, if we're talking about poker, for example, tell us a story about a time you were gambling or why you can't gamble or what you love about gambling or whatever controversial thing you got, right? I mean, you just want them to call. I mean, at this point, just shoot me a text if that's the case. Show that you're, interested in what we're talking about.
So poker, let's jump right in. Actually, first intros, dude.
Intros, yeah. You go first. Or should we? I think we should change up the way we do the intros. So I was thinking about it. We're gonna the way how sales reps do it. It's more of control the room, drive the room. So you're up first. Luke Lombardi, some Luke Lombardi, co-host of the Novo podcast. I've been podcasting for about I don't know, maybe 2 years now. We've been podcasting, so this will change every time, every episode. Once we hit those milestones, CrossFit level 3 coach. I've not always been a podcaster. I'm pretty new to it. So this is a really cool time for us. Me and Matt started this thing to just chit chat. And now it turned into, a show with 2 viewers right now. This thing pops off. I'll kick it over to you, Matt.
Thanks, dude. Let's see here. Matt Yanchek, co-host of the Novo podcast. Yeah, I'm kind of new to the whole game, the podcasting game. I've listened to, I should say, a lot of podcasts. Luke and I've kind of got a hybrid model here that we're kind of experimenting with. Just looking to really learn about people, about Luke, about life. I think both of us being coaches kind of brings a lot of value to the show, and like we get to do some live coaching, just any callers. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. Also, on the side, I co-own a gym and big mountain biker. Tackled Silver Mountain. How's that for an
That was
intro?
cool. That was cool. I like that. Chat, if you like that, drop a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give us the thumbs down. But no, I thought it was cool. Gives a little backstory on why we're doing the podcast or what this podcast is about. Okay, kick it off, dude. You're up.
Yeah, so poker. Actually, I want to talk about the poker thing.
Yeah.
Are these actual poker chips?
They're real poker chips. They're not active. At first, I thought they were, and I was like, "Oh, that's fucking sick." Because they're like the black ones, which at the casino we were at, pretty sure black was
100.
100. Yeah,
sounds right.
I don't know if that's standardized, but pretty cool. They're like heavy. They're like real poker chips. Both sides says Pro Corp President's Club, the year on it. They're like challenge tokens. Again, this thing won't fucking focus.
Why'd they give you 5? Are you supposed to hand them out to people?
Nah, I was only supposed to get 1.
Oh shit!
I got 5. People at the awards dinner, people left them out. So I just, as they were cleaning up, I just was scooping out, grabbed a few.
You should put it on your desk, and when people ask, like, "Yeah, I'm a 5-time President's Club guy."
Yeah, I'll sick. I'm gonna tell Jose them these were like awards given out, and I'm gonna tell them like executives would give them out to like their favorite employees, and I got the most. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody on the team too at our call tomorrow. If any of them ask, and be like, "I got 5 poker chips." But yeah, that was we were at a resort, had a casino in it, so that was like the theme of it. I'm assuming is why they chose to do something with the poker chips. So it was pretty cool.
First time in a casino.
First time in a casino. I don't know if I'd say I love a casino.
Losing money.
Yeah, I don't also know if I would love just pissing money away either, just for the hell of it. What? A lot of smokers.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the night went on, we did not stay out late. I mean, the latest we stayed out was, I think, the first night there, Monday, or the second night there. And we went to bed went back to the room by like 11. It definitely started to get smokier. Like during the day, no smoke at all.
Really?
Yeah, but then at nighttime starts to get grungy. The weird part, it was like in the lobby of the main hotel. So it's like East Tower, West Tower, then in the center is where the casino comes in. So like you'd have your 2 lobbies and you'd walk to them to the center of the casino, which was the base.
I didn't think casinos were even in the Bahamas.
I didn't either. Well, every time they kept saying like casino, I was like, oh, we're just going to be playing casino games at the event that we had. And we did do that. And that part was like fake money, which was cool. Like there wasn't any money. Everybody just got like buy-in chips and you can mess around and have fun. But we did play poker one night. Not poker. We played blackjack and I did not play. Kenny played.
You didn't play?
No, I didn't play. You know how I mean, they were teaching us at the time, like people that I was with were like, all right, here's how you do this. Here's how you do that. The books would say this or whatever they kept saying to us. I mean, I got the hang of it pretty damn quick. So that was fine. And when I say that, I'm not saying that like an arrogant way. I just started to understand the basics of it. It was like, okay, you need to get 21, get as close as you can to the 21 and hope that the dealer doesn't beat you. And that was it. Like the rest of it, I didn't understand. Like the 4 of us at the table, like everybody got money. Didn't matter who won. Like that was the weird part that confused me.
Do they have rummy?
As like a betting game?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. That'd be cool. But
up on some rummy.
Yeah, I don't think they did. We just played blackjack and that's it.
No craps?
No, again, I've never been. That was my first time in a casino. First time
What about roulette?
They had it. I didn't play, and they had a lot of slot machines, and
Those
the
suck.
slot machines are sus,
Yeah.
especially like now that it's digitalized.
People go hard on those though.
They
Like
just
they
sit
eye
there.
up other people and they're like, "Oh, so and so's been working that machine a little bit. They didn't win anything. It must be hot soon."
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like run
because
over.
it's like on a system. Yeah, it's like on a system that every 1,000 people win or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case, but it's just
Adam
the
says Rummy's
technology.
a game.
He says what?
Adam says Rummy's not a casino game.
He's a big gambler.
Adam?
No, pretty sure we're not saying names typically, right? Are we allowed to say names? Some people don't want us to. So
I said
Adam's
first in school.
his significant other, my sister-in-law, she used to be a blackjack dealer.
Damn.
No, I don't think she actually was. But she knows the casino game, so maybe that's where he got it from.
Yeah.
Did you ever gamble?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Vegas. I've never gambled on sports.
How many times have you been to Vegas?
Twice.
Twice. Did you like it?
Yeah, I like Vegas. I could literally walk the streets till like 4 a.m. just watching people. You know, some parties people do that shit.
Oh, yeah, I love the people watch. I'll tell you about that too. I just people watch the fuck out of the strip.
Yeah, so you do that, and then the casinos are cool. But yeah, I mean, I can't say I liked gambling. I was also younger then, and I got drunk. So like, you know, I remember at one point I was like talking about horoscopes with the what do they call that? The dealer.
The dealer, yeah.
Table, yeah.
What a fucking nut job. That's too
place,
funny. I forget, somebody we were with got yelled at for being on their cell phone. Not at the table. It was like basically all the significant others were at the table playing, and then there was a group behind them. One of the people I was with near was on their cell phone, and they were like, "Put your phone away." And it's just like interesting because not the dealer, it was like somebody else just scoping the area, fucking like eyeballing the fuck out of people.
Really?
Yeah, like you can see they got like all their little headsets in, but like staring people down, looking them up and down, staring at somebody else, and it was weird.
They have to, dude.
Yeah.
What do they call that?
Card counters.
Yeah, I know about that person who does that job.
Oh, I have no idea.
His special name, Adam.
I made a joke that they that I don't think I should have made, and they didn't like it. They kind of just stared at me. Most of them probably didn't speak the best English, but the dealer, everybody else at the table just kind of stared at me. Nobody laughed. I said something about Rain Man. But like it came up, and I was like, "Oh, Kendall has like special ability like Rain Man," and nobody else laughed. I was like, "Okay, joke that didn't land well with anybody. I'm joking."
In this world, you can't say that.
Yeah, but, they all just stared.
Pit boss.
The pit boss. Okay, is that actually a legit name?
Yeah, Adam confirms. Ollie confirms it.
Is that a thing?
Casino.
Anna says that free alcohol is given out.
Oh yeah. If you look like you're gambling or you've been sitting on a slot machine for a while.
Oh, I thought they were like charging us. Because we were sitting there and this chick walked by and she was like a drink, and one of the guys I was with was not playing and said, "I'll take this," and she ripped him a new one.
Really? What'd she say?
Yeah. She was like, something about you're not gambling, so absolutely not. And he was like, "Okay," and he sat down at the table and fucking dropped $100 down. All of a sudden, she came back over.
Ken joined. Thought Ken was busy.
I thought she was gone too. She just texted me. Yeah, okay. Free alcohol. Does Ollie? Did you say Ollie plays?
I asked him when he plays. He knew what a pit boss was.
Of course he does. He probably always wanted to be one his whole life.
Ollie?
Yeah, he just likes to rip people. We lost one of my.
He'd be a good pit boss. He likes to count shit.
Yeah, he'd come over. He just thinks we're all like sus. I lost my poker chip, dude.
It's gonna be all right, man.
It's gonna give me anxiety. I'll get it later. But yeah, that was an interesting part, the casino. But
blackjack. Ollie's a blackjack player.
Yeah, it's like I thought if I didn't have to like spend it, or if I had a lot of money, it'd be cool. I'd play. Or if like I didn't care about losing $1,000, I'd put $1,000 down. Because some of the people I was with lost a lot of money. But it also consumed a lot of people's time too. Like some people just fucking played all night, and then like I was by the beach all day and never saw them because they were sleeping.
Yeah.
So that's like the downside to
Anyone
it.
win big or no?
Not that I know of. I know some people won like a couple $100, like $500-600, which is cool when you're going on a trip for free, but when you're drinking all the time and spending all your money because it's not free,
Yeah.
that's how you get you. You just, it's a whole game. That's where my mind was. It was like, this whole place is a fucking game. It's a scheme. And now that I know they give free drinks, it's like, oh, get drunk, keep spending money. Even if
Yeah.
this casino spends money, they just make so much more. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Sports betting is a different fucking beast. I still don't even understand that shit either.
I've never done it. This year coming up, I'm gonna bet some Eagles shit.
Are you?
Yeah, why not?
My boy Rock, he always would bet, and he always was on the conservative side. I'm pretty sure the year they won the Super Bowl, he would always bet, and that year they went like undefeated. I'm pretty sure, or like lost one game. I forget. But
Apparently, you could bet on anything from what I was listening to. Like, you could bet on so and so making like 3 passes.
Yeah.
The person getting like 5 tackles, 2 sacks. Like, you can really dig into the nitty gritty.
But the other part to it, I saw you also cannot bet if you're like a participating professional athlete. You can get a lot of fucking trouble. One of these guys is probably banned for 2 years for it.
Really?
Yeah, he bet on his own team or something like that, and he got in a lot of trouble.
That's just dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like there's a new NFL rule that will ban you for 2 years, but he got in trouble before it was a rule, and now they're like still enforcing the new rule on him.
Yeah. I mean, that's obvious though, like to me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
it's like, yeah.
It's kind of, if you're betting, there's just some weird suspicious stuff. It's like, okay, if you're betting $20 million and you're the quarterback of the team and you're betting against your own team.
Yeah. Or you're the kicker, for example, and it's like the game comes down to the wire and you're like, all right, did I bet for my team or no? I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna miss this one.
Yeah. I'd rather lose this game and make $20 million. That's the other crazy thing that fucking probably happens so much, where it's like people will get phone calls or shit happens. That's where they're always saying it's rigged. It's like, miss this catch, drop the ball. Like, don't catch it. When it hits your hands, fumble if you catch it. Something that makes it look more obvious. That's why it's like, I don't know. So like sports are just messed up because you can't tell who's being serious. Like some of these calls, you're like, that's definitely rigged. Somebody paid the refs, or there's some sort of weird thing going on to make sure that team loses, no matter how flawless.
Humans, dude.
It's humans. We've talked about this before, but now we just have a different take on it. Now that I've been to a casino,
humans are just fucked up.
Yeah, they are fucked up. The people watching. What's like the most embarrassing people watching moment you've ever had, or the person you've been around? I think we have some of the same stories, because I think we both have the similar person in common that is like the world's biggest people watcher. But
yeah, it would definitely go to my boy Vince.
He's the mouth breather.
Out of his chair with his mouth open. I remember the one time, forget where we were, but me and you like called his name like 3 different times. We were like, Vince.
Yeah. He was so in their conversation. He was like, I'm pretty sure you always used to joke with him and be like, you want me to just introduce you to the strangers, or like you're basically leaning in. He would sometimes be in a conversation with us and like leaning in deeper and not listening to us.
Yeah.
He's definitely the biggest people watcher I know. And you people watch.
Yeah, people watch, but not like that.
What's your favorite place to people watch?
Favorite place to people watch? I don't know, dude. I mean,
crowded areas.
No. I don't like to people watch if I'm in a big crowd. Like coffee shops, more my vibe.
Yeah, like where like weird, not intimate things are happening for the most part.
Yeah.
I guess a coffee shop. No, intimate's not the correct word, because like Like when we go to Handlebar, there's always some cool or not cool, but like funny situations where it's like I would be down to go drink coffee and not talk and just fucking listen to people.
Yeah. Vegas
Vegas
is a
is
good place people watch. Yeah, for sure. That's
I've
like you
never
walk
been.
the streets and just weird shit's happening, and there's weird couples and weird things
Well,
going on.
most things aren't you're never gonna get in trouble for most things in Vegas unless you're murdering
Yeah.
somebody, right?
Yeah.
That's like an unspoken rule that happens there.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I think people watching, my favorite spots to do it. Now, if I don't have a favorite spot, I just enjoy people watching. But like grocery stores, I always think are interesting. Malls are interesting. Airports are insane. Like,
Airports are everyone.
yeah, like so I was listening. So on our flight before we took off to go to the Bahamas, I think we were going to Atlanta to the Bahamas, and there was this chick on there just going off on the phone about somebody going into her husband's room, and she was like, nah. She's like, why would you go into my husband's room when he's sleeping? And just went off. And I like the whole conversation. I was like, holy shit. And Kendall was trying to talk to me. I was like, I'm trying to listen to this shit. But yeah, I like to listen to some people lean in. I would imagine places like just like resort, like Disney World, ski mountains when they're mobbed and like everybody's in the lodge, like places where people congregate and hang out.
Yeah. I like when you can wear sunglasses because then I can.
Yeah. The beach is also a good spot too. People watching,
Yeah.
like if you're just walking on the beach, or at least like the Jersey Shore was like that, where it was.
But then you think you miss the conversations on the beach because the ocean's so loud.
Yeah. Or it's just like a good conversation's happening. You can't hear. Then a seagull fucking flies by and is chirping in your ear. I like to also just people watch like in small places too.
Yeah. Chat, dude. If there's a favorite place you like to people watch, just dial up the number. Get a chance to win a meeting. It's quiet crowd, quiet crew.
Yeah. We just gotta build the reputation here.
Yeah.
Speaking of people watching at airports, I got a lot of shit I want to talk about of airports. I think that's gonna be where we can get the crowd going. I think Ollie's gonna fight me. Does he? He never flies. He hates flying, actually.
Yeah, that's a good point about him.
Yeah, he said he would rather drive.
This time you flew.
I think like fucking 30 years ago, he said he'd rather take a boat, like a sailboat across the country or world if he had to. He said,
Wow.
Yeah, but a lot of crazy shit happens in airports. Do you like airports?
I love airports.
What do you love about them?
Hmm?
What do you love about them? When was the last time you were in one?
I don't get to travel much. Last time I was in one, geez. Trying to think.
Only reason I asked that, I'm curious if you still would love them.
Well, I just like the feeling I get. Like I like the excitement of travel. Like you're going somewhere. As I get older, I hate flying, but I'm turning into Ollie.
Because you don't want to die.
The airport. Yeah, it's a control thing. It's all fucked up. I'm just stupid shit.
Because you're like not in control of the plane.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not even sitting next to the pilot. You know, like in a car, I could be like, Luke, watch that car.
Yeah, but what's a pilot going to do? It's like, oh, our motor blew. We're dead. We're fucked.
Yeah, I know. But do the motors really blow? It's like the same. Like, when does your motor ever blow in your Tesla?
Never. But it's like I was on this plane and.
Yeah, me and Ollie are in alignment.
It's yeah, but like think about a plane. It's like, you know, all the time you see on the news. It recently just happened where who was it? Alaskan Airlines, and the door fucking blew off. And there's like all those whistleblowers like from Boeing. We are talking about that yesterday. But I'm just like, oh yeah, it's like 1 in a billion chance. But it's like, what if that next chance it's fucking I'm on this flight? And it's like there's 100 of us on here compared to the rest of the world. They're gonna be like, oh, so sad, plane went down, and that's the end. They don't give a fuck. It's like, oh yeah, so and so died. Like there was 100. I always think about that. One of my thoughts on this last flight was like, and the reason I had these thoughts was, we're on the runway, and the auxiliary something, the motor that's in the back of the plane where you see that little hole, kept turning off. So the pilot was like, this thing is run by electricity, not gas powered. So it's an electrical auxiliary power or something like that. And so He says every time he lets off the brake to back up, it shut the whole plane down. So it's like what keeps the air conditioning and all these other things running. What?
He told you all this?
Oh, no, he just told us that it stopped working. He said he said the auxiliary something. Every time we let off, it's how we move, it's how we control the air conditioning and so on. He said keeps turning off. So he would back up, whole plane shuts down, everything goes dead silent. So they turn it back on, they let it run for 20 minutes, do it again, turns off. So he says maintenance is going to come.
Asked to get off the flight.
No, and then maintenance comes on a third time, and he says, so maintenance is going to look again. He said, we have two options. He said, we're going to have to probably fix it and switch planes if we can figure out what's wrong with it. Or since it's only an hour and a half flight from Atlanta to the Bahamas, legally, we don't need it. We just will run with our normal motors, which are gas powered. And that's what we'll do. That's what will get us off the ground into the sky. So right away, I'm like, okay. He said 20 minutes later comes back and says,
it's his calming tactics.
What? Yeah.
It's like his calming tactics.
He just said we don't need it. So anyway, we get on the plane. He says, so we decided we're going to fly without it. Please fasten your seatbelts. He gets in completely nothing. The pilot and maintenance, I guess.
Okay.
So if Anna's still watching, she might know this, but that's it. So all of a sudden we start backing up. It sounds different. We're using different motors, I guess. We go to the runway, and the whole time I'm like, okay, so this thing's going to make it up in the sky, I guess. It's fine. Like, if he didn't tell us anything, I wouldn't have known the difference. But the fact that he told us all this, that one of our motors are basically our backup or whatever the fuck this thing does, is not working. So in my mind, we're in the air, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, this thing fucking blows. Why don't they have parachutes on planes?
Yeah, I always wondered that same thing. And
yeah, why? Why not? Because like most people would just get
right? Everyone gets a vest. Some boats even have other little boats on them.
Yeah, but I'm guessing it's just too high up, like 36,000 feet. Is that too high for somebody to skydive?
Maybe it's too fast.
The plane?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, yeah, you're probably right. Get sucked into the fucking jet and die. But I'd rather that happen than fucking.
Yeah, I'd rather jump, see if I can make it out of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And pull
so I was thinking to myself, I was like, if this bitch goes down, what on here am I using? And in these moments, you always think you're a badass too. You're like, like the fucking plane's gonna be sucking you out, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I'll be able to hold on somehow. Odds are my seat's getting ripped out with me. So they told you that? Yeah, they told us all that. It was crazy. I was like, we're going off the ground, and it failed now 3 times. And I was freaking out, and the people are making jokes like, 3 times is the lucky number. Everything's gonna be okay. But anyway, I was
What's the APU, Anna? Auxiliary Power Unit?
Yeah. Hey, that's what they kept referring to it.
Call in, Anna.
Yeah, call in and give us this.
Need someone.
But I was thinking, like, do I put my life vest on and then somehow like take one of the lifeboats and get a bunch of like the seatbelt and tie it around me and then hold on to my lifeboat? But like odds are that's gonna rip.
Be the guy that opens the door.
Yeah, I'd have to be, and I'd have to be like, look, we're all fucked. The G-forces of a crashed plane are it's a plane needs to slow down to about 70 miles per hour. Otherwise, a jump could end up wrapped around the tail of the plane.
See, it could though. Could. I'd rather just fucking take a shot, see if I can get out the door.
Well, yeah, I mean, to your point, like you're going out and you're traveling at 500 miles an hour.
Fuck it, though.
That's what I was thinking. Like, and I always have these like fucking fucked up thoughts where I'm like, if this plane's going down, if somebody's got pills, I'm taking the whole bottle, kill me right there. Or do I snap my neck? Or do I just brace for impact and try to be like
bracing? I'm probably not calling anybody. I don't even think I would think of that.
Yeah, you'd be like, if a plane is going like this and starts nose diving, that was my other thought. If the motor died while we're up there, does it nosedive or do we glide? Like, what would happen there?
Yeah, Anna, can you please call? I don't understand how planes work.
I mean, George would be a good one too. I want to know about helicopters too. Like when they start just
those, I think you're definitely fucked.
Yeah, because you can't jump out because you're going up.
You're gonna get chopped in half.
But again, like if that's happening, there's a part of me that's like, I'd much rather get chopped in half by a fucking helicopter. Like it's in an instant death.
Yeah.
Different
I mean,
story if
the
like I make it
crash
all the way through in just my
there's
lower legs.
yeah, with the plane it's instant, but I guess like there's a purgatory moment where you're just waiting to die.
Yeah. Or like if the plane's going,
We got a call, dude. Yeah, say what's up.
I think we would call Trill.
What's up, caller?
Hey.
Hey. All right, so tell us about this APU.
So what was the question?
What is an APU?
Well, technically you don't need it because it's what really like turns on and you can power everything on the plane before you take off.
And then they turn
You
it
know,
off,
when
right?
you're just hanging out. Yeah, you're just kind of hanging out and you're waiting to be pushed out of the terminal and everything's on and the air conditioning's on and everything. That's normally when you would use the APU.
That's what he
What's
told
it
us.
do?
You would turn it on while it's up in the air. Huh?
What's it do?
Powers
It powers
everything.
on the plane.
Does it
Yeah.
have it? Is it a backup motor or no? Like, does it control
No.
any bit of the plane? Like without it, what's the faults?
Without it, what would you use?
Yeah.
Like without it, is there a risk?
No, not at all. Because once the airplane's on, then you would just use your engine.
To power
So
the
like
plane.
this thing doesn't like help as like a backup or anything. There's no, it doesn't serve any purpose. It just saves fuel.
I mean, it's nice to use the APU. Like you would obviously use the APU to bleed, like on the ground before the engine starts. But like when you're flying, you would use it, so it's not so much on the engine per se. But
Yeah,
you
so
don't
there's a
really use
benefit
it
to
if
it.
you
There's a
don't use it. Yeah,
benefit though.
it's
Having
totally
an
useful.
active APU is a benefit.
Have you run into this issue before where like the plane would back up and it would turn off?
Oh yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the
we
fix?
would. And then it would just kind of depend because if the airline needed us to fix it, I never worked at an airport where like the maintenance, it's called line maintenance, where you're actually at the airport and then you had passengers and basically what happened when you're looking like the crew's helping or doing everything or working. I never did that. I was more in a maintenance facility. So it was more like the planes were there for a whole month doing what's called a C-check. So they would be there for like 30 days, 45 days. If we couldn't figure out the problem, normally we would basically be penalized, or the company would, until we figure out the problem because they were already down for such a long time. They're like, we'll go ahead and fix it. But if for some reason it was so late that they were like, listen, this plane needs to go up in the air and we're losing money by not having it, they would just take it and take it somewhere else.
Oh shit.
And they could fly without it. Like legally, they could just be like, all right, fine, we'll take it. Yeah.
How fucked up is that? It's just like about
just
money. They don't give a shit about 100 people.
Wait, say that again?
They don't give a shit about like 150 people on the plane. It's just about the money. They'll pay the families, right? There's
Yeah. I mean, it's always about the money. They're gonna care because it's gonna look bad, obviously.
yeah, but
what usually caused them to break? Like, did the fucking wires just blow up in flames? What are we talking about here?
No,
Is this a circuit board issue?
sometimes like why it would just be faulty, like if the APU needed to be replaced or the faulty part, or somebody was doing maintenance and did do something that they weren't supposed to, and it just kind of was not troubleshooting right or misfiring or something, or there's a relay.
So what about
there's breakers?
If an engine fails, a main engine, does the APU help in any way?
No, I don't think so.
Does a plane, when an engine fails, does it just nosedive?
If one of the engines fails, will you have the other engine?
What if both fail?
There is a little tiny little like thing close to the nose outside of obviously of the plane. It's called a rat, and it just falls down, and it kind of looks like a little tiny little fan, like a little turbine.
Yeah.
Almost like a boat, and then that will help it glide.
Oh, sick. So this thing's not going down.
Yeah. So like brace for you're saying don't kill yourself though. If the plane's falling, brace for impact and hope for the best.
Yeah, and I mean the rat, I think it's called ram air turbine. I think it's what it's called. That sometimes can fail. Like that is also you have to do testing, and it's really loud, and sometimes it would get stuck, and that would be a faulty rat. So we always have to make sure that that was always
working
there, and it works properly. So yeah, it would suck if both engines fell, and then the rat wouldn't deploy and come down. Then you're yeah. I mean, if you're completely nose diving, sometimes, oh man, there's just a lot of things that can go wrong. A lot of things. But
if you're
the
nose
nose diving thing, sometimes, yeah, if you're nose diving and the rat's not going to help you. If for some reason the airplane is making it go down, there was actually something that was going on not so long ago where it was making a plane nose dive.
Yeah,
I think that's what Boeing had a lot of issues with.
Yeah.
With the new airplanes that was immediately making it nosedive, and they couldn't do anything about it. Like nothing's gonna save you. Like the rat's not gonna do anything.
So why no parachutes on the plane?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, what Trill said kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
That would be pretty dangerous, right? If you're already falling
the option,
so
what
fast,
would you do?
then
Planes
for
in a
what?
nosedive. You've got a parachute. Are you using it, or are you just staying in?
Yeah, I guess you would use it, right? Because if you're just 100% you're gonna die, then you might as well use it, and then hopefully, you still might die, but you have a little bit of a chance, right?
Why don't they design planes like fighter jets where every seat has like they just were like, we're fucked, ejection button, the whole thing like separates, and all of our seats go. Yeah, they don't care. It's all about the cash, the cheddar.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. I mean, at least you got a life vest.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, I don't understand that though, because if you're smashing the water at fucking nosediving, aren't you just dying anyway?
Yeah, everybody's dead.
Yeah, but then I guess if you're not, right, in the chains that you're not, then I guess don't drown.
The only one that like there was there was a plane in like 96 that was hijacked in like Ethiopia or some shit, and there was the Hudson River where he's landed on the Hudson River there. And everybody on that one lived, and like 20 people lived out of 200 on the Ethiopian flight. Done extensive research on this, on like these flights. What?
Isn't that movie called Sully? There's a movie called Sully about that.
Yeah, with what's his face, Tom Hanks.
How come no one talks about the Malaysian Airlines? Remember those two planes that just disappeared?
Yeah, disappeared.
I heard there was some search underway.
Dude. Yeah, for sure.
Whistleblower.
One, we actually we had to work on there was a twin aircraft. That's what it was made also, but at the same time that those aircrafts were made, that also got discontinued, or I guess retired is what it's called. And it came to Louisiana, and we were at the airport there, and I didn't get to work on it, but basically it was being scrapped for parts. They came into the airplane to get completely gutted out because they just retired it because they were scared about it. People weren't wanting to fly it or buy it or anything because they thought it was like
fuck that. It was
bad juju.
Yeah, 100% get rid of that.
Yeah,
I think SpaceX is going to make some planes soon.
Oh yeah, dude. About the planes are maintenance. Airplane maintenance is actually pretty sketch. Like
don't tell
the things that you see.
I mean, you're working on cars now. What was better, planes or cars?
Huh?
You're working on cars now. What was better, planes or cars?
I mean, I guess a car would be a lot better, right? Because you're closer to the ground.
You tell me. You're
hoping that nothing's gonna happen. No, an airplane is. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of things that you can go wrong, but then again, how many airplanes are up in the air daily, and only a few a year fall? So that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's just like there's like a 1 in 100 chance, or maybe like way higher than like you're saying. Like every day you see something on the news, like rarely.
Yeah.
All right, Anna. Well, thanks for calling. We're gonna spin the wheel here, see if you win this beanie. Yeah, check it out one more
Yay!
time. No, you have one already, do you?
I'm excited. No, I don't.
All right, we're
Eric
clicking
kept
the
Eric
screen.
has one, but he doesn't let me borrow it.
We got a
Yeah.
little action going.
We got a cash money win. You put a lot of wins in there.
Nice job,
Right.
man. We'll ship
Yay!
that out to you.
On our Instagram, DM us
How
your
do I get-
address.
I have it already.
Right, we have your address. We'll ship it to you.
All right. Yay! Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks for the info.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Now, viewers out there, don't panic. Don't panic. You got plenty of these beanies, so there's still a chance.
We also have it's summertime, dude. We got trucker hats too.
I don't have those on my person. Where are those at? At the gym?
They're at the gym in a box.
All right. Yeah, we got trucker hats too.
Yeah, a bunch of them. I guess the last thing on the airport. What did I have? I wrote down something in my notes. A couple things I wanted to talk about.
All right. Let's chat.
Okay. Airport etiquette first.
First of all, do you like the airport? We didn't get into that.
Yeah, I like the airport. I think ever since COVID, things have shifted. Like I have not been on a flight since COVID where there has not been a full flight.
Pop's funeral. That was the last time I was on a
Okay,
plane.
that was during COVID too, which was weird. You had to wear a mask the whole time.
Awful.
Yeah, it's a long ass flight. But I feel since COVID, they fill every flight to the max. Like I think since COVID, 4 years, been on a handful of flights, especially last year and this year so far. And every time they're always checking your bag in if you have a carry-on. Hey, we're full flight. So if you're in zones 5, 6, and 7, whatever, you got to check a bag and so on. And it's like fucking a headbanger. It's like, really? Every time, I remember flights coming to visit UNSB where I got the road to myself.
Lounge out.
Yeah, throw your legs up, sleep. Now it's like you're just a full packed flight. But no, I don't like airports. Like TSA pre's bullshit now. Everybody has it, and also it's always slower somehow. Like me and Kendall got beat by so many people that's coming home from the flight who had TSA pre. Because people have it that shouldn't have it, first of all, or they move slower. They don't understand what it is. It's like there's no direction. They don't help people out. So I just got some beef with that too.
Did you have to go through customs? Yeah, right?
Yeah, but coming home, you go through customs in the Bahamas. It was interesting.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was just because most of us had connecting flights or if it was just how they do it because it's like quicker. I don't know.
Yeah.
But my beef with planes is, when you stand up, you're probably the same as most people because most people think this, but I hate when people are sitting behind me and get up and try to walk in front of everybody. It's like
when we're exiting the plane.
Yeah, when you're exiting the plane, pisses me the fuck off.
Someone needs to fucking make a better system there.
Somebody should.
Like there's an unspoken system, but like there's nothing that stop. Like there should be a fucking bar there that comes down, stops your row, and you can't exit till it's your turn.
Yeah.
People are fucking douches with that.
Yeah, it pisses me off. And then they get mad too. Like we had so many people on the flight. We had this lady jump up out of her seat, dude. And she bolted down until somebody in the first class area, somebody got in her way so she couldn't keep going anymore. But she was in the 40s at the back of the plane and probably made it all the way up to the 20s before she probably shouldn't have even been up yet. Like when they say her, please don't get up yet.
Yeah.
I just
if
want to
I'm
be
on the aisle, I'll stand up.
Yeah.
And block whoever's behind me.
Yeah, but exactly. And that's the cool way. But then it's also somebody across from you. It depends who's going to get up first. And when you if you're on the window, it's hard for you to get out without bashing your head. And then as you're getting out, you're still trying to work your way out. People behind you are like, oh, fuck you, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And it's nah, douchebag. I just wanted to fight people on this flight home.
You should have.
Came in.
First fight, dude.
And then, first fight. Never been in a fight. My other piece, the exit row criteria. I had some beef on this trip about that too. I feel like the exit row shouldn't be for everybody.
It's not supposed to be. Don't they still ask that question? Like, are you fit and able to?
But all you have to say, you have to consent and say yes or no.
Yeah.
If you say no, they're going to move you. Nobody's going to say no. They charge $150 for the seat extra.
First of all, yeah, like why does that happen on the plane? That should be like when you're like getting your boarding pass. It should be like, yo, put this polygraph on, like in this situation. Are you gonna help people or what?
Yeah, well, not even that. Like, yeah, I was thinking about the truth or the lie detection, but also like there should be a physical test.
Yeah, like do some push-ups and some lunges real quick.
Yeah, and it like has nothing to do with like anybody's ability or age or any of this, but like I'll say a hot take. There was a guy sitting in the exit row. He looked like he was in his 80s, and he also looked like he couldn't really move very well. But he's now responsible for helping save the plane or like the lives of everybody. Like we're in the water, plane sinking, and it's like he has to get up and somehow get this door. Now imagine the door is stuck, and he's got to move the door, the 200+ pound door.
Right.
Think he's doing it?
No.
But no, the airline is more worried about his $150 for the exit row seat.
Yeah.
That he's gonna pay or give. Like I remember back in the day, you used to be able to just get them. Like, hey, is that exit row seat open?
Economy class too. It used to just be economy and first class.
Yeah.
Now there's business select, business premium.
Yeah. Comfort. On Delta, it's comfort and then like basic. Then American, you have to pay if you get the basic, which is the back of the plane. You also can't you can't check a bag in. Wow. And you only can do a carry-on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. And like the comfort plus and then comfort, or just like comfort plus and the basic, and then there's first class, and now it's broken into like districts like the Hunger Games. But that was like my beef on this trip. I just feel like there's a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's part of the price you pay to travel on an airplane, I think.
Yeah, but you should be able to deadlift. You should be able to do other stuff. You should be able to like, you got to be a fitness test before you start sitting in the exit row.
That'd be if they had like a little fucking 2 dumbbells and you just had to do a couple things with them.
Yeah. Yeah, like can you pick it up if it's in front of you? Can you hold it there? Like can you brace it? Can you put it out in front of you? Can you get it overhead 50 pounds?
That's I feel like the world needs more of that.
Yeah. Should make a
like,
WOD this week.
About this, like, you know, like being obese is being okay. And it's like, is that the right message for people?
Yeah, nothing about somebody's body or any of that. It's like everybody that's working on like losing weight, super, super high respect for them. It's like this really hard thing to do, but like somebody being unhealthy and a doctor telling them like, hey, you need to lose weight. Like some people get sued for that.
Yeah.
Or it's like, you can't talk to her like that or him like that because it's offensive and now they're upset. And it's like, maybe, but the doctor's just trying to tell them they got to live. And if they want to live, they need to lose weight. Or the other way around. Like, you need to eat food. You need to eat healthy food. You need to not do this type of diet. You need to not do that diet. Like, it doesn't have to do with weight. It's just health.
Right. But obesity is linked to chronic disease.
Yeah. Yeah.
Debating it.
Yeah. Like, we've been helping one of our friends for years now, trying to get out of it.
He just won't. Man,
he's still hurt from playing tennis at one time. It was like 2012. His shoulder. Like, look, man, I'll help you with the shoulder, the elbow. He loves it. What else was on the segment? I feel like there was a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we're already 15 minutes in. We got to hit the CrossFit trainer if you're out there, dude.
Yeah, we don't have our regular CrossFit viewers today.
Yeah. Quarterfinals released, and you did a few. I did them all.
I did one.
Brian Trainer, Jaying up right in time for CrossFit chat.
Yo, BT, dude.
I think Castro made a mention before they were released that you could do them in an affiliate. We programmed them. I definitely think you could do them in an affiliate.
100%, all of them.
You know, I mean, yeah. True Spirit of CrossFit. Yeah.
The handstand one, right?
The handstand one would need a little more
advanced coaching
evaluation on like you got to pick a progressive way to make someone's push-up progression. That was the only hard part of that.
Yeah, just programming those days, just like annoying sometimes, like really is. Because it's like in smaller gyms, if they don't have the space or if they don't have the like the drive to stop somebody from wanting to do RX type of deal. And it's like, oh, it's the quarterfinals workout. It's a benchmark. Let's do RX. And all of a sudden it's like, I don't know if you should be doing RX.
I mean, yeah, I would say like some wins this year. CrossFit did a way better job of like, it wasn't a fucking Bible read for the workout setup. Like they were real chill, literally no tape. I think we didn't use any rolls of tape this year for both the open and quarterfinals, which, I appreciate that. Like all the like weird nitty gritty stuff they didn't do. Even the equipment was way simpler this year. Like no GHD, no fucking 400 feet of space. Like it was easy to set up camera angles. So that was all good stuff. To your point, yes, they could all be done in the gym, but yeah, like contrary to the open, like especially the wall ball box jump over one, like that is not one most people should RX in my opinion.
The wall ball one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
No
No way.
Like,
I mean, like think about who finished in our gym. No one.
Yeah.
Like nobody. That was like a tough ass workout. You guys were close.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, how close were you?
Not close at all.
Yeah, like for a 20-minute cap.
I know what the test was. That's what I really appreciate about it, though, was like that was clearly a muscle stamina and cardio stamina test.
Yeah.
Mostly a muscle stamina.
Yeah, I think it just, like how long can you go? We had one person finish, right?
No,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
finished, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give credit where credit is due. That's what they teach us. My fucking hand just moved it.
The clean and jerk workout was clearly a strength test. Then I get kind of I guess then the rope climb handstand one was just the gymnastics test.
Mm-hmm.
The one I'm confused on what it was testing was the interval one with the snatch, the row, and the step ups.
I think the same thing there. I think honestly, in my opinion, that one is testing when I was watching them all do it. Testing your know-how as an athlete. And I said, like, the best athletes in the world, doesn't matter what sport you're doing, they know how to deviate from a plan. And I think that was the one that would catch you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I just don't think many people are good at deviating from their plan, myself included.
So but it's like, I'm going to hold 20 calories and then it's just like they never.
Yeah. Like, and I think the test was like, and maybe this isn't really testing somebody's like ability, but this is like their mindset is like, we ran into it and it was like, I'm going to do 10 snatches, 20 calories, and I'm going to do 15 box step ups. And if I hold that, I'm going to get the score I want. But it's like fatigue is going to settle in at some point. Like at some point, you're going to get beat by something. You need to be have a plan going in, but you need to know what's plan B, what's plan C, and what's plan D. And maybe even more than that. Like as an athlete, it's like quarterback says hike. All of a sudden, the guy they were going to pass to is covered by 3 people. If he throws there, bad. Okay. All of a sudden, he's reevaluating. Somebody's sprinting at me. I got to think faster. Nobody's open. Do I run? Do I flick it behind me to the running back who's trying to block and let him run? Do I do this? Like split second decisions have to be made. And I think that's where that was testing more.
Yeah.
Because like round 1, you did how many snatches on yours?
10.
And then did you stick with that?
For 3 rounds, then I went down to 8.
And then do you think that workout too, if you did 8 reps and did 2 more step ups, how do you think you would have felt?
I don't know. I think for me, that was a one to push the step ups.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, give yourself, imagine if you just did 8 across the board, all your 8 snatches, all you're sacrificing is 8 reps. You could have done probably 16 extra reps on step ups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like 1 extra calorie every time, which would make up 4 reps that you just lost. And then 1 extra step up. And that would make up the other 4 reps you lost. And you'd probably feel a lot different.
Yeah.
And then it's different. Like a whole, I don't know. I think I don't know what it tests, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like a mind test. Stamina, same thing. Like how quickly you're going to fatigue.
Yeah. But no, I mean, that's where it's like, you could fatigue stamina wise on like the snatch, but maybe your stamina on like something slow and methodical, like a step up is better, or grip. Like maybe you're just a fucking grip god.
Yeah. What was your to going through it? So we did the wall ball one. You've done all of them.
Yeah.
Would you suggest people doing quarterfinals? Like, hey, top 25%, you get into it. Would you suggest people doing it? If they're into the competition space, obviously. Like if you made it and you're into quarterfinals and you're like, should I spend $50 or should I not? We've had this debate too.
It's a tough one. Yeah, I mean, definitely. You should. If you like competing and you make quarterfinals, you should, because it's your chance to compete and do something fun. I mean, like, that's the fun of it. That's why people do marathons, Spartan races, and those are way more pricier than the quarterfinals.
Way pricier.
And it's the same amount of chance. Like, you're not going to win it unless you train and practice for that thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way to look at it. What about like the whole, I mean, you have to videotape?
Personally?
Yeah, like, was that a rule? I think we talked about it earlier, but like we decided like, you don't have to videotape. So you could just go ahead, log, and submit your scores.
Yeah, but they caveated it with like, hey, if you're going to the semis and you don't have video, like, we're just going to DQ you. Gotcha. So like they were like, hey, like, we get it. Like, if your people, it's like, you know, if you're running a marathon, right? And like, it's like, that was a bad analogy, but you know what I mean? Like, if not many people that I know in our gym, for example, are like, I'm going to go win a marathon. They just want to do the marathon, right? Mm-hmm. That's what they pay the money for, to be part of that race. Mm-hmm. That's like the same thing as quarterfinals, right? I just want to be part of the quarterfinals, like see where I fall on the leaderboard, and that's it.
But you didn't, the part I struggled with, like quarterfinals, just understanding is like, why do I need a counter or a judge for the open, but I don't need one for quarterfinals?
You do need a judge.
Gotcha. So I think you should have had somebody counting for everybody.
Yeah.
That was
no repping. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the new thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting. So
I don't think it had to be a registered judge. I think you could put anyone's name there in the scorecard.
You always could do that, but it had to be if it was done at an affiliate. I thought like the way the Open used to work, at least, was like, hey, if you're not doing it at an affiliate, totally fine. You just need a registered judge to watch you. Same deal. Yeah. Video if you're going to make it to quarterfinals. So if you think you're going to quarterfinals and like we're not even that, like you're going to place in the top fucking 100, like have a video. Same thing. Even if you have a judge and you're at an affiliate. That was like, I remember when I had mine, the first time we did the Open, we didn't have the affiliate. So it was
now, what I think would actually be cool is what they used to have it. And I think they should do this for all of the game stuff. And I don't think the cost to them would be that much. Like, yeah, you're going to pay for some cloud storage, but I really think like they should always have the option to submit a video.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, I would say it should be mandatory for the quarterfinals.
A video?
Yeah. And I think like the reason I believe in that is because I think the CrossFit community is so diehard that like CrossFit themselves, like HQ doesn't even need to be involved. The people will just like, who's not going to go watch Medeiros' video?
Yeah.
And make sure every fucking rep is good. Or anybody who makes it to semifinals, like people are just going to watch the videos. So like, you might as well just have the community do it for you.
Yeah. That's a very solid point. And like,
you could put a feature on the app, on the games app. So it's just like, you know, it's got the timer and it'll do the video for them.
Yeah.
They could buy WADProf, whatever. And then like you could put like a little feature that's just like flag this video for review.
Yeah. I guess the only issue you run into if people are trolls too, and it's going to be like,
yeah, but if like 50 people flag a video, then like, yeah, CrossFit can be like, right, we should look at this one. They'll watch the video and then be like, yeah or no.
Yeah. True. I mean, I think that's a good point. That was like my thing with it. Like you guys did this whole thing, this whole weekend. It's like fun and all and cool, but it's like comes down to the same exact thing. It's just like more workouts. Like even like the Open, I feel like there should just be, we're competing, like slightly more rules.
Yeah.
Like it's a competition.
It's the problem with humanity, dude. You can cheat and there will be people who cheat.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about a marathon, right? Same thing, same analogy. Like it's not like there's people out there watching. So like I could literally pick you up in the truck, drive 10 miles, drop you off.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah. I guess like the Boston, like those big ones. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure people are watching them. Yeah, they have like the people driving alongside them, videotaping those things. But like, yeah, Ventura Marathon, I could drive and all of a sudden you could be like, Luke Labarde just won the marathon 250. Like,
Yeah,
fucking
not
cool.
even win though. That's my thing. Like that's where like the cheating really kind of sucks because it's like
Yeah,
obviously
most
they're
people
going
aren't
to
cheating to
scrutinize
win.
the top five. Like that's going to be scrutinized, but like the middle stack, kind of where I'm going to land, it's like how many. I'm never going to know how many people ahead of me or below me cheated their way.
Yeah, in front of you
Shit,
or behind you. Yeah,
didn't do things to the proper standards, all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I'm starting to get to the point where it just for me, it's like I got too much shit going on, like health wise, like work life balance, all this other stuff. I want to do other stuff. So for me, fitness is fun. Do I like not being like very competitive, obviously,
Yeah,
but not being at the quote unquote the top is like cool. Keeps me wanting to go more. Keeps me wanting to do more. It's just frustrating.
right.
And then you get fucking hurt, and then you're like, well, here you go again.
Yeah, I did hurt my shoulder on that clean and jerk one.
Yeah, both you guys did.
So yeah, that's the bummer, but it's just it was fun.
Yeah, I think I agree from like looking at them all, like when they all got posted and like programming for the gym every week. I'm like, pretty cool. Like hopefully some of the games workouts are like this. So like the whole week of the games, we just follow like a month of following the games programs. It's like because they do 4 events a day. That's basically a week right there, right?
Right.
That'd be pretty cool. For like the whole month of August is just like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We do day 1 of the workouts. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we do day 2 of the workouts. And the next day we do the next. There's 16 workouts, right?
Yeah.
Be cool.
I think they did a good job too. Yeah, there was only 4 this time, 4
Yeah.
quarterfinals, which is nice.
Last year there was what, 6 or 5?
I think there was 5.
Yeah.
But the submission windows I think was a little tighter. I think there was 3 submission windows. This one was way more chill. Like they got released on Wednesday and you had till Saturday at 5 p.m. our time to submit, which is cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
But again, I'm not the type that like I understand the value of like, limiting how many times you can redo a workout. But then at the same time, I'm like, how many times can you physically redo a workout?
Yeah, you can't. If you can, my thought is like you didn't push hard enough potentially the first time. Yeah. Or like your same idea when we say you're doing 2 workouts in a day is most of the time, whether you want to believe it or not, you're giving one workout more than the other. Like hands down, like you're going to go into a WOD and do like Sam could definitely do more reps on the snatch row step up one if he didn't do 150 wall balls before.
Yeah.
He told me he felt fine. I'm like, I totally believe he feels fine. But going with like, we'll say, I think he had a 40-minute rest in between, 40-minute rest.
Yeah.
Like that's not a lot.
No, not at all.
Yeah. And it's like nothing against him. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm more of just like for physical performance, you need this to be a full-time job because you're going to do 1 workout in the morning. You're going to take 2 hours. You're going to do the second workout. You're going to take 2 hours. You're going to redo the first workout now that you know what it feels like and all of that. And then you're going to redo the 4th workout. Yeah. And like kind of run through that way. And your whole day is 8 hours of you just figuring out how to make this workout better. And it's like, that's a lot.
We got Nasty Nick here on Instagram. Nick, how'd you think of the Open? How'd it go for you, dude?
This guy, he's like one of the craziest guys in the gym.
He's evolving, dude. He's
gonna be number 1. He's going to be number 1. He literally is like amazes my mind. If we could just teach him how to not muscle clean, muscle snatch, like he's literally getting like the burpee box jump one. What'd you get? Like 270 something?
Yeah, 274.
Yeah, like he got 271, but he did the 20-inch box, right? Is that what I saw in his notes?
Did he? Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. Like the dude's like when I first met you, Nick, homie, you were like getting back into it, and now you were like, I can't even hang with you. You guys have all left me. You guys are in a different category now. Fitness is a struggle, okay? Ollie, me and you, dude, we're in the same boat. Again,
for me, I'm just like, I really want, I guess that's the coach in me. I want someone to tell me what's up. I just know there's something up.
With what?
I guess you weren't with us. I was talking to Sam on the bike ride, and it's like, I'm watching you and Sam bike. I'm watching how your legs move with the pedal strokes, and I'm like, all right, well, their knees are just always out. And then I'm like, all right, let me just second, and I'm like, all right, I can feel my left knee. It's coming in. It's coming in. It's coming in. And it's like, it's weird for me to push it out. Like something's not activating. Something's not. It's just like, that's where I end. And I'm like, I don't know how to fix that. I think that's the frustrating part.
Yeah. Like the way you and you're saying the body work stuff, or just like, it'd be cool to know exactly why the fuck something's happening.
Yeah.
Like my
I know
hand's
there's a
throbbing.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I know there's a fix there.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I know someone could figure. If I had $1 billion, I'm sure I could get it fixed.
Yeah, but it's not even get it fixed. It's like, here's what you're doing wrong. Here's how, like, lay out for me like you said about Trill's knee, like lay out for me what I need to fucking do, please. Like I'll do it. I'll put the work in, but you need to tell me what I need to do. And like, there's the piece to it, like, right, you can go do PT on your own. That's the hard part. Cause it's like, well, somebody's not there watching me. Like I could do these and rotate, but look at the difference of my
Yeah,
it's like, I need somebody there being like correcting, where it's like this, where they're even. I can't even rotate the arm when it's in the right position. So to your point, it's like, yeah, with the same thing with the hip. You need somebody there to be like, you're doing that wrong. But like, even not getting to go to class.
More like, yo, your hamstring's not triggering.
You ever think part of that is like the watchful eye of a coach in class? Like CrossFit, like, right, you're not getting coached the whole time. Like in a workout, you might get coached 5 or 6 times throughout a workout. It's going to be usually on the compound lifts or gymnastics. Nobody's coaching you on the rower that much. If anything, it's like, hey man, like what you do to me, like turn the fucking armpit on. And it's like those little cues constantly over the next year are feeding in. But like, do you ever think like, oh, you don't have time. You do workouts at open gym. Do you ever miss like when you did the split jerk today, and I was like, shorten your dip, pause in the dip, find your balance. Do you feel the difference? Go for it. Like, do you ever miss those moments, or you kind of are like, I don't think I need it or want it?
I had that.
You what?
Yeah, I wish I had that for sure.
Yeah. Would you want it though, as like a person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that leads into like
but I think like I mean, I appreciate you helping me out for sure. Like, but it's for me, it's like most people, once the workout starts, I mean, especially quarterfinals, like I'm just trying to
get it done.
Like if that was a real workout, I would have scaled that 225.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Maybe that's not a good thing, but like I would have hit that first one and like, I don't know, lost confidence. And
well, to your point, that's like, yeah, you scale it because the progression to get better is scaling. Like
be able to control what I'm doing
every rep. Yeah. Like, should you do 225 more often under control? Yeah. Like a 5x4 or like a 5x1, you do 5 reps or 1 rep 5 times. But that's the hard part.
That's why I like specific warm-ups. It's like such a good opportunity. But again, like I think this hip thing is like, no offense to you, but I don't even know if it's something you could see.
No, I mean, I wouldn't fucking know what to do. I see it happening. Like when you did your clean and your one hip was way lower on the way down. I don't know what that means. I don't know if your hamstring's shorter than the other. I don't know if you are like, there's no labrum left. I don't know if you have a tear. I don't know if your hip flexor is pulling your hip up. I don't know if it's your lower back. None of it makes no sense to me. Maybe it's coming from your shoulder.
You and I have talked about this, and like we do these PT tests, and I just feel like they're so geared towards people that are like out of shape or much older. And like we've not only trained, but we've trained around this thing, whatever it is, like muscle not firing at the right time, like Birdie was saying, or like it's not stretched or one side's tighter than the other, that like we've made it work and we can get into positions that we probably normal people couldn't get into.
Yeah, 100%. And now it's like my shoulder when the doctor's like, hey, put your arms out and we're going to check your rotator cuff. And the doctor, like, quick little test, and it's like, it's not. He's like, oh, it's good. I'm like, it's not. I'm telling you, I'm like stronger enough to like, I'm stronger than your push. That's the difference. Like, I'm here. It's like when we were doing the pull-ups the other day, and Sam was like, why are you using your traps? I was like, this is doing pull-ups. And it's like, my traps are strong enough for me to do 5 or 6 strict pull-ups.
But then it's just like, like that's a good example too. Your arms, like, I can't tell you how to like, I couldn't tell you. It's like, is it his lats? Is there some little muscle in there that isn't firing? And like, I don't even know how to get it to fire.
Yeah. Like on top of that,
like,
even
like you were saying, it's not something I think a CrossFit coach could really assess and fix.
Yeah. I also don't think it's something that somebody could assess and fix like going to PT and seeing you once every week. Like it's hard for them to be able to see like consistent patterns to be like, okay, well, I saw what you just did on 100 push press one time. I need to see it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. In my opinion, for them to be like, okay, like there's not a tear, there's not this, there's not that.
Very good
Like
point.
you're just doing something very odd. And like by the end of the week, you probably could figure it out. Cause like there's
Yeah.
going to be days that my shoulder works better than the other. Like you've seen it. Like I'll get in the gym and like the open, I did thrusters at 135 and was fine. And I did muscle ups. Like, should I have done it? No, but I was doing it. Like I didn't have any pain. It was like, interesting.
That's a great point. That's the same thing for me. I can crush air squats. I do air squats all day. I think my form looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And my hip doesn't bother me. But it's like a loaded squat, like those 10 reps that were pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, my like hamstring is just crunching and like moving weird and like it's just all fucked up and it just hurts.
Yeah.
And it's the PT person's not going to see that. They're probably not even going to recommend me go that far.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah. And it's like kind of what the doctor told me with my shoulder was like, look, at some point, if PT doesn't work, and like, and PT has talked to me about this as well, was just like, if it doesn't work, like maybe we do more imaging, like maybe we do imaging around your neck, maybe we do this, but like it's limiting your life. You're going to have to fix something.
It's like, I mean, it's to that point, it's like, like I want to work, I want to do CrossFit.
Yeah.
And if it's fixable, I want to be able to do all the things that I do.
You like remove CrossFit though, like it starts to get in the way of your life. Like I can't do certain things with my shoulder, like arms.
Yeah.
Like we went away on vacation and I was going to do a workout on the beach and I was like, cool, we did burpees yesterday. They hurt. We're going to do push-ups today. 5 push-ups in. I'm like unmotivated to work out now. I'm like, that hurt a lot. Now I'm pissed off. And it's like, no, I just don't want to do this anymore. And it's like when that starts to happen, backfires. And then like, I want to throw a football. What
do you get pissed about?
Because it's just like, I just can't do anything. It like fucking hurts. Like a year and a half ago, I was doing like muscle ups 10 in a row. Or maybe not 10, but like 5 or 6 in a row fresh. Or I was doing 200 burpees for time in 10 something. And it's like, it's not happening anymore. I mean, you saw me do 100 burpees and I died.
Yeah. I think that's where I struggle. Like I should be able to back squat without pain.
Yeah.
And I think that frustrates me because it just tells me that there's something wrong and I don't know how to fix it. And I guess that's why I get so mad.
Yeah. Well, that takes me down my rabbit hole of this area too. Like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what doctors to trust. I also, once you get in with these doctors, it's like a fucking disaster. Like
it's like goes back to my point though. If you had $1 billion, you could be like, "Yo, Tom Brady's guy, like, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Can you come?" It's like I'll pay for the flight.
Yeah, or not even that. It's like I'm flying to you, coming to an appointment tomorrow. I don't need to be to work. I'm not working. I don't need to work. Or like go to San Diego and go to the Squat U guy. It's like it's frustrating.
Well, on our bike ride, I was thinking about that. I'm gonna try to go see him.
What, when we go to San Diego?
I'm gonna just DM him or like find his fucking place that he works and just make an appointment.
Yeah, you should.
Whenever he's open, I'll fucking just call off
and stay down there for the week.
Close the gym and just go there and just see what he has to say in one day.
You also could just work remotely, like and just get a hotel room and work there or camp.
Yeah.
The gym. What's boss man saying? Glad you guys finally understand. What do we understand?
Got his arms being broken.
I mean, I understand that, but then when my guy's skiing 60 miles an hour down, and like, don't let him. Yeah. Then he rips another lap while I'm still sitting on my ass. Tells me like, oh, what's wrong? I'll hit another one. Pain. I can't even move my hand. This thing is throbbing. I don't know if I should go get x-rays tomorrow. I don't know what I did. Like, I can't even move it. Pulling pants on? Nope, can't do it.
You should go get x-rays for sure.
I don't know what I did. The only thing I could think of doing that workout yesterday, I hit these 2 fingers super hard on the box jump. And I don't know if it was like I was in so much shock that like I just hit it super hard and maybe fractured something. Because that's exactly where it's hurting.
But what about this? Like, can you leave those fingers up?
I can't fucking pick this finger up.
Like a front rack's a good example.
I get pain all in here.
Yeah, that's why I think there's just tendon shit going on.
Something's inflamed. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe 200 burpees did it, or 100 burpees. That's like, nah, it wouldn't. I've done more than that in workouts.
It's another good example though. Like, and Ollie, not to discredit you, yours is the same thing. Like, I can't even see that.
What, the pain?
No, I just can't. Like, I can't see if there's what could I possibly see in your wrist?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Or like, what
Ollie's,
could you prescribe for it?
and I couldn't really see that in a workout.
Yeah. But like, not even that. What could you confidently prescribe? Like with Ollie's situation, both of us were like, go to the doctor. Once the doctor said it was tendonitis, then it's a different story. It's like, okay, so it's tendonitis. It's like grass inning works, lacrosse ball works, myofascial release works. But before that, it's like your lower back hurts. I can't tell you to lay on a lacrosse ball, because if it ain't just tight muscles, that could be bad.
Or just in Ollie's case, like, sucks, but you shouldn't drive anymore. But he can't do that. That's his bread and butter. That's his life.
Yeah. It's his favorite hobby.
So it's like we just got to work around it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Just a lot of fucking shit. That was the CrossFit segment.
CrossFit segment. We'll open the lines up. Feel free to call in. You'll shoot the shit. Shoot the shit hour.
Yeah, shoot the shit. Give you a little bit of time. If not, I'm going to have to go do my chores. W the dogs. You know how it goes.
Do you get the Sunday scaries still?
Yeah. I get the Sunday scaries though on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like usually every night. It's more of just like, I was thinking about it. It's just how my life flows. I was like, oh, I want to do an AE. What was that?
It's just my computer.
Oh, and then now I'm like, I don't want to do an AE. Too much stress.
You mean like you're stressing out about where to go with your career?
Yeah, just like more at work. I just need more conversation with people. So like to your point about the Sunday scaries. Yeah, I get the Sunday scaries in general all the time. Did you get sunburned today?
I don't know. My back is itching, so I think maybe I did.
I got re-sunburned again somehow. I could feel my shoulders burning, where like my skin's peeling from already being burned. So it's tan, and then the spots that it's peeling because it's dry, they're reburned.
Interesting.
Yeah, I could feel it. I got to put some tallow, but I ran out of tallow. All I have is bone marrow lotion. So,
Kendall.
Yeah, this is empty.
She gets sunburned, right?
What?
So I was thinking about Kendall, and she doesn't get sunburned, right?
Yeah, typically not.
Because of her Mexican ancestry.
Yeah, probably.
Freckles.
What about them?
So I mean, she's affected by the sun to some degree, right?
Yeah, most people get sunburned. Like if you're out in the sun, like everybody gets sunburned. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if your like ancestors lived near the equator or not. She just doesn't burn as much as like other people, and I just think it's like a way you react to the sun.
Yeah,
it's like what Paul would say, like linoleic acid within your bloodstream. I don't fucking know if that's true. Would you?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I just trust the experts at that point.
Yeah, you just gotta. I don't know who you could trust anymore these days.
They just do the best you can.
Yeah, just try things. If it doesn't make you feel shitty, do it. If it does, fix it. Figure out why. It's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Well, no callers, dude.
Yeah, everyone's scared, man. Scared people. Ollie and I went snowboarding, closed out Big Bear Mountain. Hopefully we can go again soon. It was a good time. I was snowboarding on slush, though.
So you just said it felt like breaks?
Yeah, really slow. Like, and Trail 9, that one you liked, was like half gone.
Oh, that sucks.
It's still very slow. Like there'd be points that if you didn't get enough speed, it would just
stop.
Putter. Yeah, especially towards the lift.
And what'd you have to do?
I had to, on some of them, I had to like literally unclip a foot and like
wobble.
Push myself. Yeah.
Oh shit, that sucks. Yeah, I thought it would suck. Sam said parts of Mammoth are closing, so I don't know. We might not be able to make it up there.
Yeah, Ollie, is that true? Can you check that guy on that?
Yeah, he said they were closing one of the mountains.
Lodges.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the lodges are different, but top speed 52.3. Couldn't go any faster. It's still fucking fast. So that's just the main slope.
He meant to say 53.2. And yeah, that is fucking fast. My average speed was 17 miles per hour, and I thought that was fast. Or
Yeah,
not my
that's funny.
average speed.
That's funny. 17. Holy shit. He just nosedives. He just fucking goes straight down. He'd love mountain biking.
You missed it. He hit jumps.
Was he?
On Thursday, yeah.
Wow. That's scary too, because it's like the concrete. Does he?
Yeah, and one he did this, paddled his feet.
Chair 1 is closing to get replaced. Where's that at?
Mammoth.
Oh. So they're just starting the construction now to make sure it's done by spring.
They're putting like some crazy gondola thing on there, he was telling me.
But everything else is open.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mammoth.
So Ali, you got to coordinate that trip.
Yeah. Yeah, start looking at our calendars. I'll share it with you. I'll share my location with you, dude, if that's what it takes. So you can see when I'm at work and when I'm not at work.
You mean you need to share your calendar with him?
Yeah, you know him. He likes to have my location. He probably thinks I'm an idiot. Well, dude.
Well, it's good chatting, man.
Good chatting, dude. Good to see you finally. You know, it's been a while.
Also, we're hiring for a tech guy.
Yeah.
Or girl. Taryn.
Yeah, we need somebody on the air. You're not running Instagram. You're just on the air, modding, talking to the chat, answering them, sending them the link, you know, whatever.
Out, displaying the comments.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Screen sharing.
Yeah. Googling stuff, or like when we're talking about like flight, whatever, that Ethiopian flight I was talking about, boom, pops up on the screen. So whoever's interested, you know, doesn't have to be a permanent gig. You could trial it out one time, see how you feel. But you need to be tech savvy to a degree.
Is this our new time? What do you think?
Maybe. What do you think?
What do you prefer, though, honestly?
It depends. It's like you were saying, like some days the dogs are ready for me to be done. Depends. Sometimes the coffee is nice, but other times, like in the evening, you know, I've gone through the day. We have some stuff to talk about. I feel like less stressed about like, all right, I need to get the day going on. I don't feel as anxious about running late.
My hand. I think I prefer the morning, but yeah, I get what you're saying. There are some times when the nights are nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for the mornings. I feel, you know, we're always messing around with the days or the time to figure it out.
Tonight's nice just because I'm sad. I don't feel like going to work. Yeah.
I feel I was just going to take them for a quick W and just sulk. It's something fucking funny, dude.
Fucking life is funny, dude.
Yeah, I'll probably stare at my fish tank for a little bit.
I like your fish tank. I really want to get one like that.
Oh, Temecula, dude. Next week we'll go.
Sunday.
Next week, as donations are up to fund the Nobo podcast.
Those donuts rolling in.
Yeah, and they're not mandatory. They're just there. Yeah, it's just a feature, part of the podcast. But we appreciate you guys all jaying in today. Jay up.
Luke, it's good, man.
See you next week.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
See ya.